Good day, I'm Theodore Henry and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, October 21, 2025. On Heroes Day, 228 Jamaicans were bestowed national honors and awards during the 56th staging of the ceremony of investiture at King's House. Among them were 143 civilians, 3 of whom received the Order of Jamaica, the country's 4th highest honor. This year's OJ recipients are Chief Executive Officer of the JMMB Group and Government Senator Keith Duncan, former Mayor of Kingston and long-serving Minister of Local Government Desmond McKenzie, and the former Managing Director of the Jamaica Stock Exchange Marlene Street Forrest. 36 individuals were also given the Order of Distinction in the rank of Commander, while 44 persons received the Order of Distinction in the rank of Officer. The only badge of honor for gallantry given for the day went to 14-year-old Adrian Ajani Ellis, who earlier this year rendered first aid assistance to a fellow classmate. His quick action helped to save her life.
They were on the mall waiting for a taxi, so they started playing. She was running, and a fellow student tripped her. She hit her forehead on the curve wall, and it was bleeding badly. So I was like, what should I do? So I took off my undershirt and wrapped the wound till she got to the hospital.
Other awards included the Badge of Honor for Meritorious Service and the Badge of Honor for Long and Faithful Service. Among the 85 members of the uniformed groups who also received honors were members of the Jamaica Defense Force, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Department of Correctional Services, and the Jamaica Fire Brigade. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness is asserting that Jamaica must embrace artificial intelligence, AI, and advanced technology as it prepares for a reality where cyber technology and the physical world intersect. He was speaking at the Amber Group's 10th anniversary celebration and AI robotics showcase held recently at the AC Hotel in Kingston. Dr. Holness says the transformative potential of AI for national development is particularly important as the world undergoes a 4th industrial revolution where machines and technologies work independently to deliver service.
The solution is for us to use the technology to increase the level of training and skills in our society so that our people can take on higher order tasks which bring higher order pay. So the AI, it is actually an advantage for us if we embrace it and use it in the right way, not as a displacement of labor, but to ensure that our labor force gets the training, the experience to take on higher skilled, more sophisticated tasks that will grow our economy.
Dr. Holness also commended the Amber Group for its work on establishing the National AI Lab, which he says is a crucial element of Jamaica's broader technology strategy.
And we need more than just the one that we're going to develop at UTech. We need them right across the country, including in our primary schools, so that our children can become native to AI.
An agreement has been reached to purchase land for the expansion of the Montego Bay Comprehensive Health Center in St. James. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton made the announcement during a recent press briefing at the S Hotel in Montego Bay.
You may have heard in the past where we said we were negotiating to acquire the lands next door to the Type 5 Health Center. Those lands have now been, we have an agreement with the owner of the land. There's a purchase agreement that is in place, and we're now going through the motions of that transaction, legal documentation and otherwise, to acquire that property.
Dr. Tufton says once the acquisition process is completed, the ministry will begin the design phase for an expanded and modern Type 5 health facility.
We will begin, as we work through the legalities, a process of looking at the existing Type 5 health center and doing a design or getting the appropriate professionals through the procurement process for a proper design and layout of what the new Type 5 will look like.
The expanded facility is expected to feature increased floor space, enhanced layout, dedicated parking, and overall improved patient comfort and service efficiency. Meanwhile, upgrading work is to be completed on several other primary healthcare facilities as the ministry continues to roll out its Operation Refresh program. Dr. Christopher Tufton says work on 14 health centers across the Western Regional Health Authority are at various stages of completion.
We have in the region Grange Hill, Betheltown, White House, Savlamar, Petersfield, Williamsfield, Georges Plain, that's in Westmoreland, Wakefield in Hanover, in Trelawney, Falmouth, Duncans, Low River, Bounty Hall, Mount Carey in St. James, and Cave Valley in Hanover.
The upgrades will enhance the look, feel, and functionality of the facilities for improved patient care and work environment for staff. Dr. Tufton stresses that strengthening primary health care is critical to preventing and managing lifestyle-related illnesses, which now account for a growing number of emergency room visits.
What you will see is a continued rolling over of, as we finish one, we add another. And over the next number of years, you will see us upgrading our health centers as a matter of course. We think that's where we cauterize the problem of lifestyle-related diseases and keep the overcrowding out of our hospitals.
Minister of Water, Environment and Climate Change Matthew Semuda is calling on regional member states of the United Nations to act as guardians of the Caribbean Sea as the triple planetary crisis of climate change, biodiversity loss and pollution continues to unfold daily before the eyes of Caribbean citizens.
In being guardians of the sea, we need to ensure that our own targets are as ambitious as they can be, and that we continue to press the international community to honor the commitments that it has indeed made.
Minister Semuda made the call during the recent ceremony for the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP's 18th meeting of the contracting parties, COP18, for the Cartagena Convention. He underscored the enduring importance of the Charter, which is officially titled the Convention for the Protection and Development of the Marine Environment of the Wider Caribbean Region. It is a legally binding regional treaty adopted in 1983 under the auspices of UNEP to protect and sustainably manage the marine environment of the wider Caribbean region. It's also intended to promote regional cooperation among Caribbean states to address marine pollution, habitat degradation, and biodiversity loss.
We must work through the convention and other such mechanisms to ensure that we're able to tackle the triple planetary crisis in a practical way in our backyard. Not sitting by simply as victims of this crisis, but as active participants in the solutions that are indeed available to us.
And finally, the severe weather alert issued for Jamaica has been updated to a tropical storm watch as the Met Service reports the potential for a tropical cyclone to form in the Central Caribbean later today. This means tropical storm conditions could pose a possible threat to the island within 48 hours. Satellite, radar, and surface observations suggest that the area of low pressure over the Central Caribbean Sea is developing a well-defined center and is already producing winds up to 72 kilometers per hour. When the system is in the vicinity of Jamaica, it is expected to produce heavy rainfall and strong gusty winds, possibly reaching tropical storm force, primarily over northeastern and southern parishes late Wednesday and Thursday. The rainfall could continue into the weekend. For the marine areas, the forecast is for widespread showers and thunderstorms with strong gusty winds, possibly reaching tropical storm force. This is forecast to affect all marine zones on Wednesday and Thursday, especially inshore and offshore the south coast. As a result, fishers on the Keys and banks are advised to evacuate immediately and start returning to the mainland. Other small craft operators in our coastal waters are advised to return to port, and small craft operators who are in port are advised not to venture out. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.